Hey, good morning, everybody. Just thought I'd pipe in and say hello from our backyard. I hope you're enjoying the sun. It is just spectacular and drop dead gorgeous. I really hope you can take some time, breathe deep, and enjoy it while it's here. I hear it's going away, but it'll come back, okay, right? That's what we tell ourselves. Yes. I don't know about you, but the sun has really been good for my soul, for my spirit. Given confinement, this extrovert does not do well being confined. So ask my wife, ask my son, poor Simon. He's with me full time now. I'm daddy daycare for, I don't know, about this is week 3, I believe, something like that. I don't know. I've lost all track of time. I do know that it's Friday. So yeah, that's good. Yeah, so he's with me full time, and I'm finding that there's everywhere I go, every surface has like evidence that he's been there, like little Lego pieces, little Matchbox cars, leftovers of food, half-eaten chicken dinosaurs, things like that. I mean, just there is not a surface in our home that is sacred. I'm being serious. It started to make me think, there's really not a surface that is extraordinarily off limits when it comes to God. He'll leave his fingerprints everywhere. He'll leave traces of himself wherever we can see and find him. And I know I try to be in the Word as much as I can on a daily basis through the Lectio Divina. And you know what? Most of the time, that's simply just for me. That's not a place where I mine for message material. That is literally for me and my spirit, my soul. But every once in a while, there's something that He directs me to share. And hopefully today, there's been one in particular that was from a few days ago that has not weighed heavy, but it's just been there. Like He's given me permission to share it. Wasn't just for me, although it started there, but that maybe this is maybe for somebody else. And so I wanted to hopefully share this with you to be an encouragement. It's out of the book of Mark, chapter 3, and I hope that this touches a surface of your life and leaves an encouraging fingerprint for you. But Mark 3:13 through 19, although I won't read all of that, just 13 through 15, but it says, "And he went up on the mountain and called to him those whom he desired, and they came to him. And he appointed 12, whom he also named apostles, so that they might be with him, and he might send them out to preach and have authority." And there was a few pieces to that I thought were especially poignant or meaty. And the first is that he called them. And then they came, and he sent with authority. That he called, they came, and he sent with authority. The passage contains a couple really great observations, and I think even solid reminders for me and for maybe for us, maybe for you today. And the first one is that God empowers what we can't manufacture. I thought that was challenging for me. It made me go a few layers deeper in as I chewed on that word, that he called, they came, and he sent with authority. But the couple pieces that are especially meaty, like I said, were that God empowers what we can't manufacture. We can get so busy putting on a brave face and doing the things that we feel like we're supposed to do, should be doing. I don't know about you, but I know that before all of the virus restrictions hit, that there was this phenomenon called the Insta life, or the Instagram self. And it's this propensity that we have to leverage social media to get just the right frame, just the right angle of a picture, just to get it perfect, and then shoot that out there as a true reflection of our life, or that moment in our life. And then if you look at somebody's the sum total of all of their posts, you would think, man, their life is perfect, they're spotless, and it puts this weird pressure or guilt that we kind of adopt, like, oh, I gotta rise up to that, I gotta at least meet that, if not one up somebody. And we could easily find ourselves kind of manufacturing things that really aren't true. Like there's not a good balance. We forget to have a good balance of hey, there's this perfect shot of a sunset and the family getting along in the background, and then, oh yeah, here's what my kitchen counter really looks like today. The struggle's real, and everything in between. But God empowers what we can't manufacture, and there are some areas of life that, family, work, that we can't manufacture some of the things that we feel like we're supposed to manufacture or live up to a certain level. And we can look certainly really busy, we can look very slick, we can look very polished, but there's no way that's always the case. And so we don't have to live under that kind of slavery, that kind of weight, because we know that God empowers what we can't manufacture. And it's an amazing truth, it's an amazing freedom to live in, meaning that it's okay to not be okay. It's fantastic to celebrate when we are okay. And it's just as fantastic to celebrate our weakness and lean on each other. And just the freedom of an honest moment is fantastic. And I think on social media especially, we could use just a lot of honesty, a lot of transparency there, if we would dare risk it. God empowers what we can't manufacture. That was one of the big truths. And here's the second one. God's witty. Aren't you glad for that? God is straight up witty. He's got quite a sense of humor, and we see that in this passage. It's somewhat hidden, but not. Do a search on the Sons of Thunder in the book of Mark and any of the three synoptic Gospels, and you'll see what I mean. But Jesus not only observed things that were funny and witty, but he shared them. It's like Jesus got jokes. He told jokes, and that is so encouraging to me right now, especially, this is a heavy moment. He's calling these apostles to himself for the first time, and he's appointing them, and he's going to send them out. This is like a credentialing or like a graduation ceremony, and it's just full of honor and respect. And then he inserts this little joke. He's poking fun essentially at a couple guys and their personality traits. Light fun, but calls them Sons of Thunder. But I just thought it was interesting that Jesus, in the midst of that, he not only observed something funny, but he pointed it out. So he invited everybody else into his wit. I just think that's just interesting, and I think that's also very captivating and freeing for me, because even in the midst of the gravity of the season that we're in, it is okay. It is so okay to not poke fun at the season that we're in necessarily, in terms of the mourning and the very real and raw human emotion and response to it, but to bring some wit into it, to have the freedom to, it's okay to observe things that are funny. The way that people wear masks and yet don't wear gloves and put their hands on and everything, or how they jump off of a trail because you're within 5.5 feet of them, and they act like it's like this shock and awe that they're going to drop dead because they're within 6 feet. I mean, I think it's okay. I don't know. Maybe it's not, but I think it's okay. God is witty, and you see it as he gives nicknames to these two brothers. I just think that's funny. God empowers what we can't manufacture, and God is witty. And here was my response, and I would pray this over you as well, that Lord, would today, our everyday, would it be fueled by your presence, full of the important stuff that you would consider important, so we can be who you need us to be and do the important stuff that you would consider important. And the unimportant stuff, Lord, would you show us that, and the important stuff, would you reveal that as well, Lord. And no matter how weary we get, would we always have a reserve of your wit. Amen. Quick reminder, it's Friday, which means 2 days from now, Sunday, less than 2 days. So we have another virtual gathering coming up online, and we are doing our very best to make sure that it's uninterrupted. Here's the funny thing. It's not funny. It's actually still too soon in my heart to actually joke about Easter Sunday and all of the disconnections that we had with the cameras and Wi-Fi going down. It was painful. We've had that stream for years now, and we haven't had a single glitch. And then Easter Sunday comes and we got disconnected, 4, 5, 6, 1,700 times. It was crazy. At one point I had to pull my phone out, and I just started streaming from there through Verizon. Thank you, Verizon. I'm not being compensated by Verizon in any way, shape, or form, by the way. Anyway, so this Sunday, we're making all kinds of effort to make sure that we don't get disconnected. But if that does happen to happen, please just hang with us. We'll reconnect it, but we're not anticipating that that's going to happen. We broke the internet last Sunday. I think the whole church in the U.S. broke the internet last Sunday, so we weren't the only ones that had some trouble. So, but I'm looking forward to being with you again. Tune in, share the link with as many people as you can. Let us know if there's, if you're having trouble downloading the bulletin and getting, staying connected, and the different ways to stay connected. Tuesdays I try to go online. It's on Facebook there, and just have an open Zoom Devo time where it's multi-directional. This is one way, but the Tuesdays is where we all jump on and just kind of share encouraging words, what God's speaking to us, pray with each other, just another way for us to connect. But let us know if there's anything that we can do to help you, to serve you. If you are hungry or need any kind of assistance, and that would be a blessing to you, let us know. We have the table meal, which is going to be converted to a drive-through. Except for our most vulnerable, we still will deliver to those who are more homebound than others. And anyway, we're trying to just find and discover ways that we can help and meet your needs and the needs of the community. So keep us informed on how we can serve you, stay connected with each other, be great neighbors, learn that art of neighboring as the Holy Spirit informs you. And see you in a couple days.